morning. You are looking at some quiet weather right now in Fargo on our sky cam here at the station. We're looking down I-94 and visibility looking okay. There are some places getting a little bit of light snow, some flurry activity, and even some areas where we're getting some snow on the road. So travel already being impacted by some snow moving through with a system that's impacting us today. So looking at your travel planner, we've got yellow caution lights from right now this morning through the rest of the morning hours and into the afternoon for the potential for some scattered snow showers here. So looking at one of our DOT cams, it's actually looking a little bit better right now. We were keeping an eye on the Binford area along Highway 1 in eastern North Dakota. And the latest update from this camera showing not too much snow right now. There were some flakes flying by our camera view, so looks like the snow is moving on from that region. And looking at our road conditions, the far eastern part of the state in North Dakota on this DOT map from the state shows green, which is considered seasonal or kind of typical road conditions. Now over to the west, you can see Devil's Lake down toward the James River Valley area. We've got purple on the map, and that indicates some areas of snow on the roadway. So that's already started up, and that extends all the way through the western part of the state. So looking at your radar and satellite map right now, you can see some spotty areas of very light snow detected on the radar. And then there are some spots here where we've seen some more substantial snow showing up on the radar map. So zooming in a little more on these areas, one south and east of Valley City, and then another larger area, Lemoore Oaks, back over toward Ellendale, seeing some of that snow too affecting us in that area. And that's going to continue rolling eastward in southeastern North Dakota. So this is a part of the state that is already seeing a little bit of snow, part of the valley this morning. Now expanding the view, we were keeping an eye on that storm system in the eastern part of the U.S. That is kicking off to the east, still having some impacts on that part of the country, but that's moving on. Now we're looking northward. You see that area of snow north of the border? That's where the low is centered, and that's going to be continuing to impact us for today. So visibility looking pretty good for most areas. We do have some visibility reports coming in down to 3 miles in Cooperstown, 7 in Valley City, and 7 in Cavalier. No areas where the visibility is down to concerning range here just yet this morning. And wind speeds that are out of the south or southeast into the teens. Let's make our way into the temperature maps here. You can see we're in the teens above zero. That's nice and mild for this time of year, but wind chills are closer to zero. It feels like 0 in Grand Forks. It feels like 4 below in Langdon and 4 above for your wind chill in Fargo. So today, here's our forecast. We're going to see some chances for some snow off and on through the day today. It'll be isolated to widely scattered. So there will be places that really don't see much snow if we see any in spots. So just keep that in mind, but the possibility is there for everyone with temperatures by lunchtime into the teens to low 20s. Afternoon, we get into some 20s. Then that low and the snow shield associated with it will start to kind of dip a little bit more into the valley later tonight. This is 7 p.m. and you can see that line of snow showers stretching southward. And then that carries on into the overnight hours and hangs around in the northern valley overnight and into early tomorrow morning. So that's where we're looking at getting our greatest chance for accumulation is during that longer duration period of light snow falling. And the wind switches direction in the wake of the low. We see it pick up a little bit, and out to the west we may have some concerns about wind chills in places like the Jamestown area where we have a wind chill advisory in effect from this evening into the day tomorrow. So looking at our snow potential, again, lesser amounts to the south. To the north, we're looking at a couple of inches possible here. You can see this medium blue to the deeper blue colors. That's that 3 to 5 range. We're right in there, north of Grand Forks, essentially, in that range, and the potential for even a couple of places in the purple where we'd be at 5+. But you can see the focus here is more to the north of the border area into Canada, where we're more likely to see some of our heavier snow amounts with this system. Still, where we get it, roads are going to be slick. We might have a little bit of blowing and drifting snow going on too. That could be a factor for us today, and especially into Thursday morning when that wind kicks in out of the south. Your forecast is sponsored by Innovative Basement Authority.
It just keeps getting worse. The crack keeps growing. The doors and windows stick.
This must be very frustrating. Almost no one connects that these are telltale signs that water is shifting your foundation. But it's okay. We got it.
Oh, this is done growing in this house.
Okay.
The effects of water can be surprising, but at Innovative Basement Authority, we'll do a complete home inspection for free.
So here's a look at that forecast today. First alert weather day, temperatures into the 20s. Tomorrow we will be cooling down. It's going to be the first day of that Arctic air mass taking over. Now tomorrow is not necessarily going to be frigid. We're going to be seeing numbers that are sliding though through the day, and wind chills that are going to be a factor. It's the start, and as we make our way through the rest of the week and into the weekend, you can see we really sink into some cold air heading into Sunday. Highs will be below 0. That may carry on into Monday for MLK Day. And don't forget the wind factor. Wind chills could at times be 30 to 40 below. And in addition to that, on top of the cold, there will be some chances off and on for some light snow during this time too. So it's just going to be hazardous for travel with the cold. If you have problems with, snow as you're traveling, or maybe just have some car trouble, you don't want to get caught out in this unprepared. So make sure you got that emergency kit, that winter survival kit in your car. You're fully gassed up if you're going to be leaving for a trip. Make sure your phone's fully charged. You've got your charger in your car too to keep it going. All those things we need to remember during the winter time that we haven't had to worry about as much so far this winter.
So this is the big call to action.
Yes, happening now.
Okay.
Get it done. Thank you, Lisa.